Yo, what's up? I know y'all like, what the hell? DC is going live every day. Well, when I get the opportunity to get some free time at work, live. So, as the title stated, let's talk about the hobby, y'all. Let me pull up the chat. Um, as the title stated, sorry, I got YouTube open. All right, so what y'all want to talk about? It's kind of a slowish day here today. If you want to jump in, um, just type in the chat, add me. Then I'll put the link in it and I'm gonna take the link right back out. Cause yesterday we had trolls for my first time ever having trolls in my live stream. Like it was coming in and wreaking all type of havoc. What's up, Rican? So if you want to jump in, just say um, add me. I'll put the link in and then I'll take it right back out. You can jump on there. I know. I knew you was gonna say that, Vicky. Yes, another stream. Right, I'm on a streak. Right, 2 in a row. So I don't know. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try to do a stream every day at 3 o'clock my time. I don't know what time it is over there, Chuck. Where you guys are at? What time is it in the UK, Vicky? Are you guys 8 hours ahead, which would be um 11:15 at night, which is super crazy. That's late. But how many hours you guys ahead? It's eight. Oh, 5 hours. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's 8:15. So 5 hours behind ahead, and we're 5 hours behind. And California is 3 hours behind. So for some reason, I was thinking it was 8 hours. I don't know. So it's 5 hour different. Hey, what's up, T? What's up, Chintarifa? So I've been live streaming. Um, I've been pretty much live streaming. This is my third live stream in a week. What's up, Will? What's up, East Coast? Okay, 5 hours not bad. I thought for some reason I thought it was 8 hours. I don't know, which would be 8 hours California time. Hey Tina, if you guys want to join the chat, which I would love for you guys to do, or join the live stream, the Hangouts, whatever you want to call it, just put add me in the chat, and I'll drop the link. I don't want to prematurely drop the link because yesterday I got a gamer in here, which was cool. That was alright for me. And I got some guys talking about reefer, smoke, that type of reefer. So it's DC reefer. It's coral reefs, and that's it. Not the plant. Yeah, some pie heads. That was funny though. Like it's amazing how like your live stream could come up on a recommended like playlist on your YouTube, and they not be subscribed to you. Like they probably was searching reefer, like looking at how to smoke pot or where to get it from or how to grow it, and DC reefer came up, so they probably like, oh, yeah, we coming up in here. Yo, what's up, Nate? So I'm just at work. Don't tell nobody. I'm at work, live stream, talking about reef tanks and all that jazz. It's my brother, Nathaniel Corbin. That's my blood brother, actually. It's my real brother. I do this, quite frankly, kind of random live stream. Yeah, you don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm just hang around, Nate. Hang around. What's up, Vicky? Chimp the Reefer. So anybody want to join the chat? Add the link. Okay, Tina. I'm going to, and once you come in, I'm gonna delete this link. So yeah, so just I'll talk about what's going on with my tank, right? So of course I hooked the plumbing up. Um, have the plumbing running, not to a T is not perfect. I still got a little slight leaks that I can easily fix with some glue. I didn't glue in the pipe going into the sump. So I have three drains. One is a full siphon, one is a secondary, one is an emergency. Um, and right on that pipe I have unions. So you have the bulkhead, the union, and then the pipe that's going up. I didn't glue the union into the pipe going into the sump, so it's like a slight leak there, which I just got like a rag right there, so it's not major. I'm gonna fix that, but it's not working. The link not working. Let me try another link. If this link don't work, It says I'm gonna hang up by myself. If the link don't work, send me your address, send me your email address. Getting back to work. Like, all right, bro. Saturday, yeah, hit my phone. I should be freed up. I don't see the niece, my baby. Poor Tina. Yeah, let me send me your email, Tina, and I'll delete it and drop you the link via email. Cause matter of fact, let me take the link back out. This is because if it do work for some, I'm gonna get trolls. So if you want to join, just send me your email and I'll let you in. There you go, Tina. Got your email. It's a 30-second delay to you. I'm pretty sure you guys know. So I'll send that right now. So Tina, yours is coming in a minute. What's it not let me send? At AT&T.net. I don't know. Where's it coming? That's the YouTube link. I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. Sorry. DC, what are you gonna do with the iMovie? I don't use iMovie, click clap. As far as my editing. CJ uses iMovie. But I don't use iMovie. I just put the link back in the try that link. I was trying to do the Bitly thing. And even when I type in your email, Tina, it still don't let me. Still don't let me. Let me try it. Oh, there you go, Tina.
Got it.
It worked now.
Yes, it did. What's up?
Oh no, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Well, turn my voice on.
And this computer. Hold on, Tina. Default speakers. Default microphone. Put that out. Tina.
Yes, dear. Can you hear me?
Ugh. Now I can't hear nobody. Yo, this joint. Hey, what's up, O?
Did DC mess up the stream again?
It's doing the same thing as it did the other day.
Oh man.
I can't hear. I gotta sign in on the phone
Hello.
to
Hey
hear.
Tina.
Can you hear?
So
Can you hear
what
me?
I'm gonna do is
Yeah, I can. Let's talk mess about DC. DC Reefer is the worst
I'm gonna
reefer
sign
in
in
the
on my
world, man.
phone.
Since he can't hear. He's the worst reefer in the world. Come on, DC. DC need a new
DC,
tank,
are you the worst YouTuber in the whole wide world?
I'm probably.
Yeah, I gotta. Sorry.
hold my ears.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Man, DC Reefer is the worst reefer in the world.
Oh, yeah. I am the worst reefer in the world.
You can hear us. Oh.
There
We're
he is.
talking
Oops. See,
We're
he heard
talking
you.
mess about you.
He's over here talking smack.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm used to it. I'm used to it, Tina. I'm used to it.
I asked if you were the worst YouTuber in the whole wide world, so I guess I got in on it too, just to see if you could hear me.
Yeah, for some reason, hey, E46, are you available to come in? He was on my live stream yesterday and showing off his nano tank.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, let me go grab my tripod so I can put you guys up in front of the 75 here.
Oh yeah, let's see it, Tina. It's been a long time. What's up, O?
Not much, DC. Just here working, chilling.
Good, man. Good. How you at work? So you're not. You in front of the tank, right? You work from home.
Yeah. I'm in front of the tank.
How's it looking, man? I know you. I saw Billy said that you picked up some corals. Some anemones from him, right?
Yeah, the enemy's looking all right.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. I'm so sorry that you had a tank crash, dude.
Yeah, man. Sad. Yeah, the anemone. You know how stuff comes around. So I gave these to Dave. I gave Dave a couple of these. He had them in his tank. Billy took them over when Dave shut down his tank, and I ended up getting them back from Dave. So it's a big circle. I'm glad I gave someone some. Otherwise, I'd have to buy new anemones. So I got, some of my original strain back.
It's the circle of life, man.
Yep.
What's up, E46?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up,
Turn
man?
turn your camera. Yeah, the horizontal. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so we could. Did you
man?
Did you ever get like a Do you have like a phone, like a query clip, or like a poly lens clip?
I do. I
Okay.
don't use it
That
because usually it shows up like this weird orange the whole time, and it's like, I don't know. But I got it right here though. Let me see if it makes it a little bit better.
I see what you're
Guys
talking
can see it
about.
better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. I think I got a bad one or something, dude. I think it's a Paula Blab one though.
Really?
Yeah. Well, at least that's what I think it is. It's called. What is it?
The Polyp
It's
Lab
called
ones,
the Aqua Clip.
Yeah, I think the Polyp Lab one comes with a couple of different colors. So
Yeah.
you don't have to go full orange, you could go yellow. And I think I learned from Billy that you can actually stack them to get. So I think if you put, I don't know, I don't remember, but I think if you put like yellow in front of orange and then the white after, you get like a good balanced look. I honestly don't remember, but experiment with like putting them in different orders, stacking them, and see the color you get.
This
Yeah,
one only comes with the only problem.
They came out with a V2 version of it, and it's like a polarized, something like that. It's supposed to be really good. I still got the V1, and you could stack that one also. The V1, it's like you screw it in, and that one works. That one works good, but I want to get the 3.2, the V2.
Yeah, but that tank looks not. What size tank is that? That looks like is that like a 20-gallon?
No, it's only 8 gallons. Oh, you talking to her?
No, I'm talking to you.
No, it's an 8 gallon.
Oh, you missed it yesterday, right? Oh, he was on
Yeah.
here yesterday showing. It's like a it's called a orbit, or
It's called a Biorb.
Biorb. Yeah, Biorb.
Yeah, it's a Biorb Life.
So I got the screen on you, because for some reason it was just locked on me. But yeah, man, I really love that Pico, man. It's nice.
What is it called? A Biorb Life? Because I'm putting
Biorb is how you spell it right here. It's called Biorb. Spelled
right.
Biorb. and
All right.
life as in you live life.
All right. Oh, they got a 4 gallon. Oh, they got a 4 gallon. Okay.
Yeah, the 4 gallon, that's the I think it's called a Bio Pure. That one is like just straight see-through on the sides. So the life that I have the white one, and it's like white on the edges. And it's all acrylic, so
Oh man, I'm not messing with no acrylic. I have a circular innovative marine acrylic tank, and it's hard to clean. How do you clean that with the curved edges?
uh honestly, I don't have a problem with the curved edges. That's not what it is. The only problem I have is trying to get inside, and which I haven't done. I will that sometime soon, but yeah, the Novus or Novice, whatever it's called. I got some of that off of eBay. It came with like the complete kit, and I just basically polished it from the outside. You just basically sand it down with I think the the heavier grit that they send. It goes 3, 2, 1. You don't start from one. And they got like three. You probably know what I'm talking about. Have you ever used it before?
No, but I know what you're talking about because I saw another guy on YouTube, Daily Reefing, had to buff out his tank. But I know about
Right.
buffing it. But I scratched mine up, man. Like I have trouble keeping coralline algae off it, and then it's hard to get the coralline algae off the glass. Or maybe I just need to clean it more often and stop waiting until it's like, really dirty to clean it.
Yeah. The problem I had, and where I got all my scratches from, I actually used one of those magnetic scrapers, and I actually had one from Tunzi. It was the Nano Pico version, and that wound up scratching it because it wound up getting some sand up, and it kind of magnetized to the actual magnet. Because I don't know what it is about the black sand, but the black sand is like very like magnetic, and it attached to it, and it wound up dragging, and I got this long scratch, which is like for me to remove, but I have to come back over it. But basically, this is the kit right here. If you order it from somebody off eBay, they'll send you 3 of these. And I actually need to do a video on this. I'll do that pretty soon. But you start from the first, which is the heavy scratch remover. It's basically heavy grit. And you move to the next step, which is the fine scratch remover. And then after that, it just basically shines it for you, buffs it out. And they send you like a little cloth with it also.
I was about to ask you that. So is it you do it by hand or you use like a little buffer or something?
So I did this one. The first time I did it, I actually did it by hand. I did it just to test out to see, how good it would actually take out the scratches. It did a great job to sit it. I did it by hand because like I barely use any pressure or anything like that. The next step, when I actually do the video on that particular product, using I actually have. It's called a Torx. I forgot exactly what it's called, but I got this Torx buffer from Chemical Guys. It's basically a car detailing company, and they sell products. But you can pretty much find any type of dual action polisher, and use it. So you'll get
Hello?
a heavy buffing pad, pour the product on there, and just basically go and
Hello?
kind of figure 8 mode while you're doing it back and forth until the scratches are actually buffed out. But that's what I'll be doing next. I know that'll definitely get it out because if it got most of the scratches that I had on there by hand, I know it'll definitely do it with that. Only thing is, it might bother my fish because they hear that rattling noise, but I'll be pretty quick with it though.
Gotcha.
It might scare the hell out of them.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like if I look at acrylic, it's gonna scratch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. The city that I had it for 10 years, like, I don't know, man. I on this time, the city that I've had, like rocks and everything in it before I actually went saltwater, there isn't that many scratches. And I actually, this is actually my second bio. The first bio is it's a long story. I don't even know if I should need to say my fiance's around, but but the first bio I had this ex-girlfriend, man. She came over. To make a long story short, she got mad at me, and literally pushed that tank over, and it just like shattered all over like carpet.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's what happened to the first bio, and literally the next day I was like, I gotta go hurry up and buy another bio because what I was told by PetSmart is they're kind of limited edition now, and they're not gonna be selling them no more. So to make a long story short, I went out the next day, which was like a $500 loss because at the time those Biorbs were like $500.
Mm.
So I went out the next day and I had literally bought another one, and this is basically my second Bioorb now. So, but that's my second Bioorb after 10 years. That was literally 10 years ago that happened.
Mm.
Yeah, Nick, that's a crazy. I don't know. I might have to put that one in the video too. That's a crazy story.
Yeah, tell the whole story. Yeah, tell it all on the video. That'd be good.
That's a crazy story, man. The second aquarium. See, she's mad at me. She's in the corner right now. She's like, "What are you talking
Hello.
about?" He said, "Hi."
Hello. She got the little dog in her hand.
Yeah, that's our little teacup Yorkie. So this is the next tank, which is gonna be the next project. Right now, I actually made this little rockscape. I basically glued some rock rubble that I had together, and I made like a little arch. I got this little piece right here from a local reefer that was breaking down this tank. So he was like, "You can have this rock," because something about this rock, I know it may not look like anything right now, but it was kind of, I don't know, it had like a weird look. It looked like a beehive or something. So I was like, "It looks cool. I'll keep it." Plus, it was seeded with bacteria and stuff, so I just took it. And this
It
I
looks
got
like
from my.
it looks like a Ghanaian pour scale or something like that.
It might be. I'm not even sure honestly because I don't remember how Ghanaian coral looks. I'm still learning
Yeah.
corals and coral names and stuff like that too. So I'm not even sure honestly.
Yeah,
I
it's
just thought it was a
definitely.
rock.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, most, if not all, rocks are dead corals. But except for like the man-made rock, but like the live rock is basically dead corals. And that looks like a Ghanaian pour, like a dead Ghanaian pour, which had that like that dome shape with the little beehive, kind of opening. But yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
Gotcha. And this is the view from the other side. It's actually like an overhang in the back area, which is kind of cool. I actually did that by mistake, so
that's nice.
Yeah. But that's right now it has the stock light. It's a top fin tank. This tank was originally for my brother, who does not take any type of interest in anything. So I'm like, all right, man, look, you need a hobby because all this guy worries about is women. So I'm like, you need a hobby, man. Look, get you a fish tank. If you get into this stuff with me, I guarantee you, you'll love it. So far, it ain't nothing really changed with him. So I was like, all right, man, just give me the tank. So that's how the tank wound up getting placed here. This is some sort of cheap light that's on it right now. Definitely taking this off. I'm probably gonna be upgrading to the AI Prime. I haven't I've heard great things about it, but I haven't had one or seen how they even work honestly before. So that'll probably be the upgrade for that tank. And it's also.
I love the AI Prime. I have that on the school tank actually, and I mean I saw it. The reason why I put it on the school tank first was a small light. It's not as expensive as some of these other lights, and it's Wi-Fi, so that really sold me right there, And I actually saw it on I saw that light on a 93Q, and it lit the tank up nice, perfectly. I was impressed. So definitely gonna I definitely recommend the AI Prime for sure.
Yeah, I like how the Wi-Fi is kind of already built into it because this thing, pardon that gurgling noise, that's like my fail-safe. Explain that noise, but so you have the controller for the Z light, and that's like $80 itself. So that was, I don't know, that was kind of expensive for no reason. I was like, they should have kind of built that in just like how the AI Prime is. I feel like all lights should be like that. You should not have to buy an external controller because there's so much technology. They know they can add that in there. I don't really feel like they should have to buy separate.
That's what I don't like about this new Kessel, because like for a light that's released in 2018, no internal control at all. At least with the Radions, you want to use the ReefLink. But if you don't have a ReefLink, you could connect it to your computer. If you have 6 of them, you connect one, and they'll all sync up together. So you program one, and you could save that program, and they all talk to each other wireless, and you could save it. But the Kessel, like, you can't do anything with it, without buying like their controller or buying some dongle. And
Right.
they said soon.
I
And
don't,
They're making
I'm sorry, say it again?
Ecotech's coming out with an app where it's wireless, where you won't even need the ReefLink no more.
yeah, I'm testing it right now.
Nice.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, like that's definitely something that could become useful. Not using that, you already paid enough for these lights. I mean, these lights are expensive, and it damn sure worth the price. But like I said, the wireless controller for me, I just But like you guys said, I know the ReefLink it does connect to multiple things. That's sort of like what Zetlite did with theirs connects to like wave makers and stuff like that also. But I don't know. I mean, the only feature that I was looking to probably upgrade and probably connect to that also would be the camera. That's also like a Zetlite camera that you can kind of mount on the ceiling or something like that, and then it'll watch your tank, of course, like while you're out of town or something like that. So I might do that. I don't know.
I see people do that a lot. Like they put a camera in front of their tank to watch it. I wonder how clear, like because the screenshots I look at, it don't look like you can see a lot, like in detail. It just look like you getting just a security camera type footage. Like
Right.
if I'm gonna have a camera watch my tank, it's gonna be like maybe like a webcam or something that's I can kind of see in detail. I don't know if that makes sense.
It depends on the quality
That
of the
does.
camera. Like what you probably see is what from what I've seen, and Reef Community Worldwide had one. Like they just take cheap cameras, like really cheap cameras, and just attach them to like I guess the aquarium companies rebrand them. The ones I've seen, and they're terrible. But if you get like a Nest something, something that has a decent lens, and you could connect it to the internet and you use that, I don't see why that should be a problem. There's an app I think called I forgot what it's called, but I used to take old iPhones, and I forgot the name of the app. I think I deleted it, but there's an app where you basically install the app on the iPhone, you get one of those magnetic things that stick to the glass. So I stuck it to the aquarium glass, and then I could log in and look at it. And iPhone, other than the blue, it was pretty good. It worked well.
Hey,
But it all depends on the quality of the camera.
What's up, Billy Pipes?
I think they were saying that the camera itself it shoots in 1080 pixels, and that's why I was thinking about it too. Because anything less than that, quality wise, would not show up that good. I always wanted to know what quality does live actually record in? Because it seems like it records in like 720 or maybe 480. I say probably 480. I don't even think this is 720. This does not look like it's HD at all.
Yeah, this is real low quality because I think it has to, take cameras from all different people. Right. So it depends on the person's camera. It depends on their internet speed. So Google's trying to, at least with this, they're trying to send the speed that's going to have the least amount of lag. So if they detect that, hey, DC has a good connection, then it'll work fine. It also depends on, so right now, your quality is excellent because you're holding the camera still and the lighting is decent. But once you start moving around, I think your quality dips. So it depends on a couple of things.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Your quality right now is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It definitely makes sense, though. I was just curious because yesterday I rewatched the live I did with you, DC, and some portions of it, and I think it's exactly what he said. Like when I started moving around, I noticed you couldn't really see much because it kind of looked like I was just shaking the camera, like sort of like how I'm doing right now, like shaking it, and then made the video real shaky. So I guess I don't know if I ever get on live or anything like that. I have to just make sure I keep the camera still at all times. It's just hard trying to my phone is on this this tripod, but it's always hard trying to prop it up to sit on something to actually sit in front of the tank. So I need to find something to put in front of this tank or something like that, man.
Yeah, you put the phone on a tripod and then you use Bluetooth headphones. That's the way to go with these streams.
That makes sense. I don't even have Bluetooth headphones. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Oh, you know what? I might just use my headphones for right now because I mean, even though they ain't Bluetooth, it still go a little distance away from the phone. That makes perfect sense, man. So yeah, the video that I have coming out today, I told you the name of the channel yesterday, right? Bioorb Sensei. That's the name that that I came up with. Me and my fiance were sitting discussing it before I actually came up with the name. So it's gonna be Bioorb Sensei. I'm trying to upload this video right now. I can give you guys like a little snippet. I don't want to show too much, but I guess I'll give you guys a snippet.
Man, it's just about 15 people in here. Give us a little teaser, little snippet.
All right, that's cool. Oh, thank you. Oh, you just subscribed.
Yeah, subscribe. I need to subscribe. What software are you using to edit your videos?
Honestly, I'm just using the iMovie.
iMovie. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I just heard they came out with an update.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. And it's crazy because at the time I actually paid $15 for it. Now it's free.
Nice.
That's how Apple do, you know.
Yeah.
I wish I wouldn't pay for that, man. But there's a little snippet. All credits due to my beautiful fiance because she did all of the editing, all of the. Basically, she recorded it also. She
shout
did
out
a good
to the
job.
fiance doing all the
shout
work.
Out! Shout out!
Shout out to the.
Yeah. Did you talk on it or do like a little voice out all the
time? This is the intro.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the intro. Yeah.
I thought you was one of them guys that do videos and just play music. I be hating those.
I don't know, man. Look, I'm trying to see, man. I'm gonna have to ask CJ, bro, how he get his voice to do that on that Barry White type thing, man. I might do that.
He drink buttermilk.
Buttermilk. Yeah, y'all coming to the smooth sounds of Bioorb Sensei.
All the buttermilk, man.
Yeah. What's up, Devin?
Not too much. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, man.
Excellent.
Hey, y'all. When I end the stream, y'all make sure y'all head on to Reef Dudes live stream every Wednesday.
I watch Reef Dudes anyway. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How you doing? DC, are you starting to do yours at like daily or weekly now?
I'm trying.
Nice.
I'm trying. I get free time around the 3:00 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being in my office just looking at YouTube, I said might as well do a live stream. Let's hang out and talk.
Excellent. It was messing with me for a sec because when I was on yesterday, we were looking at the tank, and when I clicked on your link to your live, it's showing the exact same tank. I'm like, wait a minute, is this a replay? I'm like, no, it's live. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to you guys before Palooza because I'm not gonna be there.
Oh no.
I just want to see what you guys. I can live through you guys for a couple of days a week.
Should be fun.
Are you bringing any? Are you getting any corals?
No idea. Maybe.
Okay.
Dun. I can only bring back softies and stuff like that. So usually it's by like some zoas or rock flowers or something.
Okay.
So the price is right for something cool. You never know.
Yeah, man. Only cool I really want besides a bunch of SPS is the fathead dandruff.
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah, that's the only core I really like, other than SPS.
Mhm.
I got the torches I want.
What
so
torches
with,
do you have?
I have the gold torch that costs like an arm and a leg.
Ooh,
I
nice.
have that. I have another like it's like a it's a short tentacle gold torch. I have two of those actually. My LFS was selling for like $25. I just couldn't pass
Sweet.
it up.
Nice.
And I am looking for a purple body like green tip
Yep.
torch. I've seen one like locally, but that's not pressing anything like that.
Mhm.
But I definitely like the fat head down. If I can get a nice full head fat head down, I'll be good.
Nice. I bought a single head ages ago and it almost bit the dust. Now it's coming back and slowly growing little heads. So slowly but surely.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Hey, let's holler at your boy. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm trying to figure out this hangout thing. How y'all guys doing?
Okay.
How you doing?
We doing good. So let me, since like I have to present you, because for some reason my camera's only locking on me, so I'm gonna put you on. Make sure you got your best face on. Show us your tank.
All right, we'll do, man. You see
Are
it?
you
Let me know when you
horizontal?
see it.
Yeah, we can see it. It's like it look like you're vertical. There you go.
All right, hold on. All right,
Welcome, Death Maze.
that's what 650.
Looking good.
So tell us
Yeah,
about
man. So I see that you got that Geo reactor in orange and the theme colors. I'm getting one done right now in red and white to put it down in the sun.
Nice.
Right now, I gotta figure out where to put it because I got no more room left.
That's a pretty fancy vinyl wrap stand you got there.
Yeah, thanks, God. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
looks
So you
good.
can see here,
It
I
looks
got no
really
more
good.
room.
It looks good. I like it.
Yeah. This
So I
Christie
can't
skimmer.
yeah, I really can't speak on the Geo calcium reactor yet because I haven't plugged it in and used it, but I could speak on the man behind Geo Reefs. He's very responsive and
Oh my god, beautiful tank.
yeah, he's
Thanks,
very
man. I appreciate it.
very helpful.
It's my Chia group. The clowns made the home in the Ghani.
Nice.
Yeah, nice
So,
skate.
yeah, it looked like you got a like a lot of Tonga branch going on in there.
Oh yeah, this middle island right here is made out of all Tonga branch, and then these other rocks are actually a mixture of all my nano rocks in the past from my tanks, and I just collect them and just use Marco cement to build it.
Nice.
How do
Yeah,
you
so I
like
made
the
like
peninsula
little
as a
island.
room divider?
Oh yeah, it's a great room divider for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, so right now I'm currently quarantining some more fish because right now I only have about 5 fish in here. There's 1 yellow tang, 4 clownfish, and 2 minus blenny. I'm adding some more tangs like a purple tang and a blue tang, and a scopus tang. Get some engineering fish. Gotta do something for the tank, right?
Nice.
Yeah. So and then here I bought this. This is an IKEA cabinet, and pretty much modified it to match the tank. I even wrapped it so it can match the tank, and bought that right. That's a Marine Depot controller board. So
Beauty.
right there, I'm gonna hook up the Apex. I'm gonna hook
Dude,
it
I
up
need
there.
to- I need
Did
to
you-
take a trip to Texas to go to IKEA, bro. IKEA always got some nice DIY stuff you could do, man.
Tons.
Yeah, tons.
Did you paint the control board or did you wrap it?
I wrapped it. Actually, I wrapped this part, and these are here. I just spray painted red.
Nice.
Because even it's hard to tell in this picture, but I painted the diffuser red and white as well. This is
nice.
the EcoTech Radeon, and I painted just a match. Yeah, I'm just I wrapped the Aquatic T5 hybrid. At that time, they only had black, and now they came out with a white hybrid, but it didn't matter. I just went ahead and wrapped it.
Nice. You are like king of the wrap over there. It's cool though. I like all the color coding.
Yeah, you know, if I didn't like it, I think I could just fill it.
Yeah,
That
very
painting
true.
stuff, yeah, take some work. Yeah, I
True
need
that.
some more stickers, guys, because obviously you do. That's why I asked you to make the sticker because you need to go on this cabin tour.
Nice. Beauty.
Yeah. So yeah, this tank is been running for about 8 months now. So it's been doing really good. These reactors here are set up, but I haven't put anything in there. So this it's been a really simple setup. But I say simple, but obviously you see a lot of stuff here. But simple in terms of just a basic refrigerant and a skimmer. There's nothing else that I put in here other than biomedia. And then I hook up these fans. I never used it because I have AC cranked up in this house, so the temperature pretty stable in this tank.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
good for
better
backup.
safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Safe than sorry.
Especially living in Texas, man. Texas heat is crazy. So having AC in the car in the house is a big must.
Dude, that looked like a reef dude setup right there.
Yeah, he was my inspiration,
man.
man.
It's like perfectly color coded.
Yeah,
Mind the
reef
shame.
dudes, Reefer Gill, those kind of guys do custom work and all these custom colors, man. They were the inspiration behind all this.
I appreciate the look of it. I like the little details make me happy. It looks awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to months down the line when these frags start growing out, start filling up the tank. But you know, it's just like the hobby. Enjoy it.
I'm not in a rush to make it a comment.
Enjoy the process.
Hey, Devin.
Yes.
What are you using as your secondary media in your secondary chamber?
Chato.
You said Chato?
Yeah. So I got three.
I'm sorry, in your Caus reactor was what I meant.
Oh, it's all the same.
Okay, the Reborn.
Yeah, I got Reborn and Remag in basically both chambers.
Okay.
It's mainly Reborn in the second, I think. That just kind of dissolves some of the extra CO2 in the water. And then Remag's mixed throughout it, and I added a little more. I just threw on the top.
Okay, so you did. So you have you heard of the Little Remag? I mean, Little Reborn.
No, I have not. Is it Baby Reborn?
Yeah,
it's not a Snapchat
like,
filter.
Yeah, it's like Reborn, but it's I guess it's a smaller grain size. That's what I was expected to get. So
no, it's a good idea for the secondary because it's more surface area, so absorb more CO2.
It's smaller grain size. That's what I was expected to get. So hey, I'll let your boy. Turn your
YouTube stream.
Volume down. That's what I was expected to get. So all right, I'm gonna hold off. I'll let your boy. But if you can hear us, turn your YouTube volume down. You can't listen and it's like the radio. You can't listen and talk.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be a bad echo. So did I miss anybody in the chat? I see Death Major's in here. It's in the house. The Tina's still in the house. And if you guys, I saw somebody got like a timeout. If you guys use profanity, the moderator is probably going to put you in timeout because we don't know the tone or the intent of your comment. So
It's called whack-a-mole.
So what'd you say?
I said it's called whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole. Yeah. So please do not use any profanity. You want to respect each other. Like I said, I don't know. I just saw that somebody got timed out, East Coast Reefer. So yeah. But let's get back to I'm sorry, I'm still presenting Holla at Your Boy. Let's look at Tina.
Yes, dear.
I know we was trying to look at your tank while I guess two y'all came at the same time. I'm gonna present you. Let's take a look at the 75.
All right. Hang on.
Take a look. Take a look. Hey, what's up, Chris? From Chris Fish Room.
Hang on, just dropped it.
Okay. Yeah, this is what the live stream is about right here. Like I remember, it's funny how your memory works. You can remember everybody's tanks once it hits you. Like, oh yeah, Tina had a 75 gallon and Death Major got the Lagoon, and Dev got the peninsula. Like you just start remembering people's tanks. It just start coming back to you.
There you go. Can you see it?
Yeah. So you got 2 yellow tanks.
No, one's a yellow, and the other one is a mimic.
Oh, well, how are they getting along in the 75? Like, I don't see they fighting anything like that.
They kind of tail slap each other every now and then, just like maybe at nighttime when they're getting ready to hide in their hole, and they like to try to hide in the same hole. But for the most part, they've been in here a year and doing well. Actually, 15 months.
15 months?
15 months.
That looks amazing, Tina. I remember when
Yeah,
you
that
first
was
started that tank.
March 3rd, so 15 months been in here.
That really looks good, Tina. Congrats.
With the exception of the green hair algae, but we'll take it.
Hey, that's an easy fix, though. You know.
Hey, at least you got some Coraline algae. I have none.
Oh, that I can grow no problem.
Man, look, scrape a little bit of that off and send it to me.
Well, you should see
I have not been able to grow any.
You should see my 65. I've got Coraline all over the back glass. It's all over the heater. Yeah, it's crazy.
Nice.
I've got 2 tanks going here. My little corner.
So, do you go to like frag swaps or your LFS to get corals?
Yeah.
You
There
do?
we go. Now you can see both of my tanks. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but
And I like how your room is nice and neat too. It don't look like a LFS.
oh, dude, you don't want to see my mess down here right now.
Well,
all you
what
can see are the tanks.
Yeah, from what I can see, it don't look like an LFS.
Yeah.
That's good. That's another thing. I guess we're gonna talk about is aesthetics. Not only inside the tank, but outside the tank. Like I'm big on aesthetics, you know. I mean, especially with you E46. It's like we was talking about yesterday. The outside of your tank look just as good as the inside, and I feel like that with the sump also. I want everything looking, you know, nice and neat. Something about neatness, you know. That just
Yeah,
I guess
I've
make
got
it life easy.
Trigus down there, but other than that.
I guess I need to
Man,
jump
look.
off here because there's no neatness going on. Nowhere over here.
You gotta get it together, You gotta get it together, man. And you had no excuse. You have a fresh start.
Yeah, the one thing that drives me nuts, man, is wires. Wires drive me crazy, man.
Dude,
Yep.
That's
no
fine.
matter how to me, wire management is just as tedious and time consuming as doing plumbing.
Yeah, it is.
See, my issue is I swap equipment so much. So I think since I started this tank, the rebuild has been up for 6 weeks. And I think between repositioning the pumps, lights, hanging new lights and all of that, I think I've swapping out sensors. I think I've like changed. I've moved everything on the tank since I set it up. So it might start neat, and then 2 weeks later, it's like a hornet's nest again.
It has to be a way though. I'm thinking that because right now I have my I have all my power bars for all my my Ecotechs like stacked up, but I have them tied up together, and then it's a nest full of wires, right? I was looking on Amazon for wire management, basically. And, what I'm gonna do is just like either do a big one of them big sleeves and have it like Velcro in, or maybe run it through some PVC pipe, something. If I get a 2-inch PVC pipe, I can run all my cords in there. What you think?
Either that or I wish I could show you
Get the wire.
thing that I had. Either that or get those wire covers that they sell at Home Depot and Lowe's. You basically just take the sticky part off the back of it and you stick it to
Yeah.
the wall and you can put the wires in there. Because I use that for like TV cords and everything else. Because of course I stay in an apartment right now, so I can't drill any holes and make the wires. Make the wires look all seamless, like they're not even there. So I just been using that, and they actually have them in different colors so you can match your walls. So that's good about those.
Nice. Yeah, because when wires get in the way, man, it makes everything else hard.
Yeah.
Your maintenance hard,
Yeah, I almost caused a fire once with that issue. Water. So luckily I was home. Water hit the. Somehow got to the power protector, and I smelled something burning, and I caught it right away, and it was on one of my nano tanks, and it was one of those things when you plug it to the wall, you're supposed to loop it, but for whatever reason that week I actually installed a new pump, and I didn't loop that wire, and man, that could have been a catastrophe.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Wow.
I had that happen to one of my Tunzi 6040s. This is actually my second Tunzi 6040 that I got. The first one, I fried the controller because I got salt water on it. And actually, it was my fault more than anything. I had that thing mounted in like the stupidest place. I had it mounted like literally underneath the tank. So if I did a water change or something, some water splashed on the floor, it'd hit that controller first. So what I did now, I got it mounted like way up. But you still can't see it. It's like literally behind the tank, but it's like way up instead of it being closer to the floor.
Yeah, that's man. I love having a lot of equipment, backup stuff. But I just right now, man, I got 2 heaters, 4 Ecotech Radeon, Aquatic Life, T5 fixture. That's 2 more cords. Then I got I got the 2 Moonlights I didn't hook up yet. Got a protein skimmer. I got the Clarity. It's just so much, man. Like, so I'm thinking about doing like either PVC pipe. If I can get a nice colored PVC pipe, maybe a gray one, like a 3-inch or something. I don't know how big they come, but I think that's probably gonna be my move to keep the wires, contained, basically. And it's a hard pipe, so I could, it won't be in the way.
Yeah, and then it'll probably look like a part of the plumbing too, so that might look real cool. Cause it'll just literally look like one of the PVC pipes for a return pipe or something.
Exactly.
Hey, Devin and DC, y'all guys going to the Reefpalooza, New York?
I'm not. Devin is though.
Yeah, I know Devin is. He's on that A-team squad of that's pretty awesome, man. By Aficionado, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, those guys. I met all those guys. They do a really good job with content. Actually, 2 of them. Ben and Moki, they live near me, so I see them all the time. And
right.
I think Devin, at Macklin, man, Devin, all good, man. They gotta keep their cameras out, man.
Yeah. I hope one of these days I can go to these big shows, man. I mean, those look pretty.
Yeah, you said
those look really fun.
Did you go?
Yeah, I'm based.
Did you go to Aquashella?
I didn't get. I wanted to, but it was a schedule conflict. But yeah, I heard. I had some friends that went before me, and man, they say it was more than it was overpacked. I mean, they had to push people out from the fire alarm code because they had too many people in the building at one time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that packed. I guess they underestimated. It was, and my friend was saying it was like, man, it was hard to find parking and know where to, because there was no map. Like you just kind of have to walk in the middle of somewhere, then you find like there's a line of people. So it wasn't. But he said, man, once you're in, it's just the show is amazing. So yeah, George and Coro Georgie, those guys did a great job.
Yeah, I plan on going to the one in Chicago this year. So
that's cool, man.
Chicago, I
didn't go to my first choral show until this past about a month ago. Here we call Recurrence here in Houston. basically all the local reefers. And we had some people like Worldwide Corals and those other vendors like Fritz. They came here too and have a table. But it's a much smaller show. It's more like around 1,000 people versus like 5,000 where Aquashella had.
Wow. Did you was Daily Reef? I think he's from Houston.
You talking about Melee Reef? Yeah, he's from Dallas. He's in the Dallas area. But Mark was there at Aquashella, but he wasn't there at the Recurrence one.
Okay.
Yeah. I would love to have meet him. He actually came down here in Houston not earlier this year to do we have a local reef club called Major League Reefers, and he came down here to do one of those. We have what we call a Major League Most Valuable Reefer, like an MVP kind of thing, and they showcase the members' tank and talk about it. And Mark actually came down here to do a video and put it on his channel. It's one of his episodes where he talk about one of the Houston local reefers tank, so it's pretty cool. Maybe one of these days he can come down here and do my tank.
You say you're in Houston, right? That's how far is that from Dallas?
It's about 4 hours.
4? Wow.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be something I could drive to. Cause I come to Dallas every year because I'm a Houston.
Yeah, I heard you go to a Texas. You go to a Cowboys game, huh?
Yeah,
I heard about that.
Absolutely. So I definitely come down there every year. So
right.
Yeah, I've never been to Houston though. I hear it's nice though.
Houston is a good food town. We're very, very diverse and a lot of good food. Like if you like eating, man, Houston is to me, between Houston and Dallas. Houston and LA area, man. It's like diverse. Talking about diverse food, it's the bomb. Other than that, there's nothing else in Houston, man. It's just flat and hot and hurricane territory, and a lot of people. Yeah.
What's calling? I don't know if you know Anthony from Infamous Aquatics. But,
I never met him in person, but I heard of him. Yeah, I mean, obviously, when I joined this YouTube thing and this Instagram, because I wasn't much of a social media guy before, and until I started doing this fish tank thing and started looking at people, that's when I kind of realized, oh, we got this guy's from Houston, so that was cool.
Yeah, he spoke about hurricanes and things of that nature that happen in Houston, and that how are you, since you're in Houston, right? How are you kind of are you set up to handle any disasters?
So fortunately where I live, so in Houston, man, it's in terms of buying a house or where you live, you got to do your homework on terms of flood zone. Because Houston, even though it's a big city, like Anthony said, I mean, commute for us 20-minute or 30-minute is like close for us, right? Which is far for you guys, depending where you live. But when we buy houses here, we always look for, is that a non-flood zone? How does it handle when hurricane comes and stuff like that? So fortunately, where I live is a non-flood zone. Flood insurance not required. And so far, like even Harvey, when it came here, the last major disaster, we didn't lose any power. We didn't have any flood, and because pretty much where we live. However, I do have a lot of friends that were affected by the hurricane, but they came prepared. We had generators, and we even help each other out. Like, hey, no power, bring over your livestock like coral and stuff. We house it until they get back up and running. Even the local fish store, we all help each other here in the community so that nobody's tank dies.
You know what?
Yeah, man. I pray that we don't get any. Sorry about cutting you off. I pray that we don't get any because I'm in New Orleans, so. We definitely always get them first.
Dude, I'll be in New Orleans not next weekend. Yeah, next weekend the 23rd.
Yeah, that's next week. Yeah, that's next week.
I'll be in New Orleans that weekend. But I'll be on boot time. So it's her birthday weekend, so I can't even suggest. Like I'm gonna stop past my boy house E64 because it's her birthday weekend. So only if she has. Now I need some advice, cause we haven't got a hotel yet, and I hear that the French Quarters is expensive. Stay at.
It is. Bless you.
It is.
It is depending on where you go. So my brother, he works on Bourbon. I don't know if y'all, of course that's like the main tourist attraction when people come down. Right. My brother, he works on Bourbon, so I'll definitely ask him like for a whole. Basically shitload of shit to do. Like he knows like a whole lot about like outings and stuff in our area. So
Yeah, hit
I'll
me.
definitely ask him.
Yeah, hit me up in the IG because
A hotel you can stay at, that's not too bad. It's not too expensive. Because if I came down here, me being if I was a tourist, I would not stay in the French Quarter. You can
Okay.
stay like in our Kenner or Metairie area and still be close to the city. I mean, like maybe like 15 minutes out or maybe 10 minutes out if you're in Metairie, because I stay in Metairie of Louisiana, which is still basically New Orleans. But so yeah, if you come down here and you stay like in the Kenner area, you can get I forgot the name of the hotel, but there was a hotel that I stayed at with my fiance when we were trying to find a new apartment. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called what? Wood Spring Suites, and they're like what, $80 a night. Yeah, they're like $80 a
oh
night.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's not
that's what I'm talking
horrible.
about.
And some nights you could catch them, and they're like, okay, well, if we don't have any events going on, it's $60 a night. So they go off of events down there. Like if there's something going on, you're gonna pay more. That's how New Orleans operates, man. They scam tourists. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I bet. I was just looking at a couple of YouTube videos, what to do and what not to do. We definitely gonna do the I mean, we definitely gonna eat like crazy.
Oh yeah,
y'all food
eat like crazy. Yeah,
right on fire.
eat
And
like
we
crazy.
love seafood. Yeah, and they say to go to the like to visit the grave sites and stuff like that.
That's definitely still, like I said, that's like more of a tourist attraction. People down here, we don't visit grave sites and stuff like
Right.
that. That's just, I don't know. Usually they'll, have somebody who, because I actually was just told about this earlier. There's like this thing called Airbnb Experience, and you'll meet up with somebody and they'll basically show you around the grave site and they'll tell you like little fake scary stories. Most of the stories are fake. I wouldn't believe pretty much anything that comes out of their mouth. They're trying to scare you, man. Don't get me wrong, we got a lot of history, but the grave sites, I wouldn't care to go to that. We have much more exciting things than just the grave sites. Mainly, I would say restaurants, and I know that that doesn't sound maybe too exciting to certain people, but our restaurants, we have a lot of restaurants, man. I would suggest probably Neo's. They actually they just basically redid it, so it's kind of newer and inside and stuff like that. Neo's,
Man,
and
it's
there's this place called Dookie Chase. The lady who actually owned it, she I think she just passed away. What age she passed away at? Like what, 90 something years old. She was born in 1920 something, and she literally just passed away like maybe last week, and there was a second line of stuff for her. So I don't know. There might be some stuff going on at her restaurant that you guys probably could check out too. So.
Yeah, it's crawfish season, man. Get you some of that crawfish.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get you some crawfish, bro. Look,
you go down. You go down south.
Down there with the crawfish.
Yeah,
with the crawfish,
you go
man,
down south, man. You got to eat it.
You got to, man. And look, when you guys eat the crawfish, man, I always tell everybody because aside from this, I actually Uber and I Uber at nighttime, so I talk to a lot of tourists myself. And people always ask me about the crawfish. The main thing is, if you get the crawfish, man, look, you hold it in your hand. Hold on, let me kind of put my hands like this as demonstration. So you'll hold the crawfish in your hand, and what everybody does down here, of course, they disattach the actual head from the tail. You suck on the head. You got to get all those juices and everything out.
You gotta get that brain. You gotta get that juice.
You gotta get it, man. Look, it sounds nasty, but you gotta get it out of there, man.
That's where the marinade is, man.
The next thing you do is you take the tail, you hold the tail in your hand, and you peel just the rim of the tail off. And you can peel a little bit down if you want to, but only so much to where the meat is sticking out. After you see the meat sticking out, you stick that thing right in your mouth, man, and you suck the rest of the meat out. And that's how you'll kill time eating them. Because once you get used to actually eating a crawfish, then you'll have a chance to actually enjoy it. Because you don't want to be sitting around messing around with like a little bitty piece of meat inside of a crawfish tail.
And DC, you ever ate crawfish?
I just put the whole thing. I just eat the whole thing, and then spit out the shell. I don't mess around.
Oh man, you want some? Look, I don't even do that. No from it. That's on type.
My wife thinks it's disgusting, but man, listen, I just.
Dude, it's so good.
Oh yeah, and you look, and this is a preference, but people eat claws down there.
I eat claws. Yeah, I eat claws. If it's big, I'm eating.
You could take now. See, I would do that with the claws if I were you. If you don't know how to eat the claws, then just basically rip those claws
Well,
off, chew on them,
yeah.
and take some of the meat out and act like you're eating a sunflower seed. Take the meat
Right.
out of it.
Well,
and
what
spit
people
it out.
what people don't realize is when you have a big claw and you actually have that first bite, a lot of juices come out of that claw. You don't realize that juice is
Mhm.
sweet.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
it is, man. And you
Yeah.
gotta have,
DC,
have the corn on the cob. You gotta have the sausage.
Yep.
You definitely gotta have
Exactly.
the potatoes, man. The potatoes are
I'm
amazing.
taking notes. I'm like literally, like y'all schooling me because I know nothing. I've been to New Orleans as far as like we stopped
Right.
at the airport. You know what I'm saying, like a layover.
Right.
I'd never
Mhm.
been to the city, so I'm really amazed. Like, cause I love seafood.
But you never had crawfish?
Yeah, we have like so DC.
I talk about boiled
DC,
crawfish.
Maryland.
Yeah.
The DC, Maryland, Virginia area is like especially Maryland is known for seafood, like crab and stuff like that. So I get a lot of seafood up here, but it's nothing like going to a place that's known for
Right.
the crawfish and the shrimp and all that kind of stuff. So.
Hey, DC, in the
Definitely.
South, man, they give bigger portions and the food is cheap compared to what we pay for it up here.
And if you ever go to
Yeah.
and you ever looking for a place to go to get the crawfish from, you got to go to Cajuns. Cajuns is the that's the most popping thing in the city, man. When it comes down to crawfish, man, you got to go to Cajuns. And another thing that's popular down here, with a lot of tourists don't know about, is snowballs. You ever had snowballs?
What's that?
Yeah, what's up?
Wow. Oh man, oh my god, dude, when you taste one of those snowballs, man, the snowball is basically like it's like a snow version of ice, right? They put it in a cup for you,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
they take this sweet syrup, and you can also get some condensed milk too, because condensed milk is really
Right.
like sweet, and they pour it on top of the ice, and voila, you got a snowball.
Hey, DC, see,
I had a snowball before.
Well, you guys probably call it a snow cone out there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought you were saying like a snowball was like a type of dish or something like.
Oh
that's
no.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Our snowballs like real sweet though, man. I don't know how y'all's are down there, but we got like some sweet like Kool-Aid kind of snowballs. Down
give you diabetes.
Yeah. Like literally only drink one while you're down there.
Diabetes in a cup, man. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Diabetes in a cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah, and cold cups. That's another thing that's down there too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kool-Aid is the best flavor, man. Cold cups and Kool-Aid is the best flavor.
Yeah, definitely, man. You definitely have been down there, man. You know a lot about what's going on.
Well, I live in H-Town, Houston, man. I mean, that's what it's about, man.
Yeah, so Houston and New Orleans is close to each other, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's about 5 hours.
Mhm,
Yeah, it's about 5 hours.
My mom take a 5-hour trip all the time just to go to the Galleria Mall. So trust me, it's real close. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, bro. The cold cups down here. That's something. I used to get those as a kid. Like you'll go to we call it the Candy Lady down there, and the Candy Lady should have like a whole bunch of candy cold cups. Cold cups down there like 25 cents. So you go,
it was cheap.
Asking everybody, hey, you got 10 cents? You got 10 cents? You got 5 cents? You get you a cold cup like that.
Is a
man.
cold cup like so? Because I'm from the hood. So what we did was put Kool-Aid in like a styrofoam cup and put it in the freezer.
That's literally what it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that, but in a way, it's way sweeter because they literally use the syrup that you make snowballs with and just pour it in a cup, and that's it.
Dude, we be jumping off the wall.
Hey man, look, I grew up there too, man. Like where I'm from Algiers, which is another city down here. But yeah, bro, like that's all we pretty much did down there. We had cold cups. Everybody, another thing that girls like that, but the pig lips, they'll eat pig lips. I don't eat pig lips at all. But
I don't know about you guys, I don't know about you guys, but on Fridays, man, I just look forward to Fridays. I'll eat Cool Cup with gizzards and salt and pepper and lemon.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah,
gizzards,
I definitely had salt and vinegar chips, but I never had salt and pepper with it.
No, I'm talking about gizzards. Gizzards, dip it in salt and pepper and lemon.
Oh, well, you know about
I used to
gizzards.
have them with gravy and rice.
You talking about
my
like
fiance
chicken
said she
gizzards?
had gizzards with gravy and rice. I don't know about that one, though. That's a little different.
Are you
from
from
me right
New
there.
Orleans? Are you from the New Orleans like the No Limit Soldiers or the Cash Money Millionaires?
Um,
Cash Money.
you talking about like which one I would choose?
Are you
No,
like
No Limit Soldiers. You know, like Master P.
like Master P, New
You
Orleans, or
Cash
you
Money
from
too?
the
Oh no
juvenile?
no look, my fiance had to explain to me. Cash Money Million.
Okay, Cash Money. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, kind of. Okay. So the project that of course my family and everybody's from is the Fisher Project. So they would call it the 15th or the 1.5 down here. But that project is no more. They tore that project down. They redid it and it's kind of gentrified and everything else is a little bit different now.
So
Everything's different down there,
they
man.
gentrify everywhere, huh?
Oh
It's like
yeah,
DC.
down here, man. Look, if you come down here, man, and not to get on race or anything, but the
Oh,
city area,
shout out to all my white folks out there.
yeah, definitely, man. Look, it's nothing about that at all. But even city areas that were basically black dominated it's definitely a little bit different now. They got stuff down here that you used to call it the hood, and now it's like a nice place. I'm talking about real nice.
Yeah,
And at the same
it's
time,
actually a
it's good though.
neighborhood.
It's good though. Yeah, but at the
That's
same time,
amazing.
it's kind of good though in a way. The only thing I would say that's bad about it is the people that resided in the area before are no longer there because they can't afford to stay there anymore. So they got
Yeah.
pushed to a different area. But the
Right.
fact that the area is now better, that's the gain from it. The benefit from it in a way.
Even like you said, that's everywhere. I didn't realize it was everywhere, but my aunt lives in Brooklyn, or my aunt used to live in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And Brooklyn, I would not be, I used to be scared to death, to like walk around Brooklyn because it was such a crime filled area. But now
Right.
Brooklyn is like straight up, gentrified. And the same thing here in DC. The worst part of DC used to be called Southeast. So we
Right.
we break it up from we break it up in you got northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. And southeast, like you wouldn't be caught. Like if you walk in the streets at night around there, and you gotta be strapped or you gotta be from there. But now they riding their scooters around there. And it's like
Man,
the
look.
little bike, the bikes that you gotta pay for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's how it is down here, bro. And everything is a bike lane down there, bro. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you come down here, dude, our bike lanes are bigger than our car lanes. That's
Wow.
real talk, bro. We have like some huge bike lanes, and they like rolling through hoods that used to be hoods, and they're like nice areas now, man. They're beautiful areas now. Property values going up. People who have property, man, I would never sell a property in the city area. Whoever does that right now at this time, this uprising, in the New Orleans area and in the city area, they're stupid. I would never sell any property in the city area. I would never do it. Those shotgun houses, like, okay, so my grandmother, she stays in, she stayed because she passed on. She passed on at 98 years old. Her home is considered historic. She actually has a plaque that's on the front of it that basically says it can never be torn down, it can never be modified on the outside or anything like that. Now, of course, modifications or renovations in the inside, that can happen, but anything towards the outside, it can never be torn down or anything. It's considered historic. The house has been there for years, and I still don't even know half of anything about my grandmother or my grandpa who passed away a long time ago, man. But it's a lot of history down there, and that's a lot of that's what a lot of the tourists come down there for, just to learn our history, to experience our history, because we do have a lot of it. That's one thing I can say.
That's definitely what we want to do. Like I like the tour stuff, but I do like I want to go to the hood. I want to see my people. But I definitely want to like learn about New Orleans because it's such rich. Especially with the music scene. Like YouTube.
Oh, our street performers, man, dude. When you come down there, hopefully they have this guy out here. He's always on Canal Street, and man, he look beautiful sounds, man. He has like this. When he raps, he's like a Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole kind of artist. So he's like real nice street performer though, man. And he comes out here, and sometimes he'll have like he'll he'll have a guy on the piano and he'll have another guy on some drums, and he'll be rapping or singing, but he'll basically freestyle what people have on, like right then and there. He'll be like, "Yeah, you're real pretty and you got the blue shirt on." He like that type of rapper, and
Nice.
he's like on the spot.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I like
he real nice though, man. And then they got the drummers down there. Don't get me wrong, they kind of annoying sometimes because they be playing the same beat. But you know how you be in the classroom and everybody had the pencils.
Yeah,
Pull their
yeah.
pencils out. Yeah, they like that with the drums, especially like when when Grinding came out with that.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's how they'll be on the drums down there though. They got some nice stuff, man.
So you've been there all your life.
I've been there all my life. For Hurricane Katrina, that was the only time I ever went to another state. That was actually my first time going to any state. I went to Houston. Speaking of talking about Houston, went to Houston and we went to the Astrodome and we stayed there for a second, and then we wound up going to San Antonio, and we stayed at the Kelly Services for a minute because we were just basically trying to figure out places to go, because there was nowhere to actually go. And we still had, like I said, we had to leave everything there. So we didn't even have any clothes or anything. So the next step was my auntie, she went to this Travel Launch hotel, and they were letting the Katrina victims stay there for free. So we stayed there for like 6 months for free, like literally. Like San Antonio showed a lot of love out there. Yeah, they showed a lot of love out there.
That's good, man.
Yeah, we stayed there for about 6 months. And like some of the McDonald's out there, they were giving away free food to Katrina victims. Yeah, they like literally. And I remember because I was still young at the time, I was like, man, they giving us free food, man? So I went up there and I was like, man, you know what I'm about to get? I'm about to get that McFlurry.
It's funny that you say that because on like TV and stuff, like it seemed like y'all was treated so wrong that, you know what I'm saying, like around Hurricane Katrina.
Now, don't get me wrong, like that portion, look, some of that was true, man. Like I guess it depends on how fortunate you were in your situation, man. Like if you couldn't make it to a certain area, then you probably were treated bad. Like I remember, like the first thing that kind of, like, I'm not gonna lie, man, I had a lot of rage inside of me during that time because I remember I went to this Walmart, and that's when we first touched down in Houston. And in Walmart they got like the game section and stuff where you could play the games and the demos and stuff that they got. And I was playing a game, and I heard this dude, and like I heard him say something about, man, them dirty New Orleans dudes, they coming down here, man, they should have drowned in that water. Like people were saying some evil stuff, bro. Like people were saying some messed up stuff, dude. Like seriously. And honestly, dude, I don't never. That's like the worst experience. Not basically having everything taken away. That's like the worst experience, bro. Like I was told horror stories, like they was sinking the city and stuff like that. Like dude, I heard so many different stories. Wow. And that's why we were away from home. My auntie, I don't know what's wrong with my auntie, man. She be tripping sometimes, but she was sitting there. She was like, yeah. They're actually bombing New Orleans right now. They're sinking it, and we're not gonna have a home at all. We got to stay out here. And that was like the last thing I heard in my mind before my mom went back to New Orleans because she left her car. So she left her car, and we were kind of like stuck with her. My stepdad, her ex-boyfriend at the time, which was an a-hole. And like we had to literally go everywhere he went. So we had no, basically we had to do whatever he wanted us to do, like as far as in riding with him and stuff like that. So they, to make a long story short, I'm kind of telling you guys a lot, but they kind of got into it a little bit. My mom, she went back, she got her car, and that's when they was first letting people back into the city. What the Army guys are called. No, that like the army guys were letting people back into the city, and they had like a certain amount of time they could go and get whatever they were getting, and they had to be gone by like 5 o'clock. And she came back with her car because I was like, man, I hope my mom is okay, because people that were coming back to the city, they were getting robbed. People that were coming back to the city were getting shot at and all types of other stuff. So I was like, man, I hope my mom was all right.
Dang.
And at the time, I was still only like 11 years old, so I was too young to. Of course, she didn't want me to go with her, so she went by herself. and got our car and stuff. And I remember the first thing I remember coming back, like nothing was the same. Like literally everything was just destroyed. Like it was garbage everywhere. It was destroyed, bro. Like, and every single store that we had closed so early because they were trying to restock everything. So they might have not even had bread that day or something like that because they didn't, they were still trying to, basically regain what they lost. And they'll have like Walmarts out here. It'll open up at like maybe 1 o'clock in the evening, and it'll close back at like 5 o'clock. So it was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad.
I hope that I can learn about. Is that a part of the history when I come down there where they talk about Katrina and all that stuff, or they don't like to talk about it?
No, I mean people don't have too much of a it's not horrible. I mean, I guess if some people, I didn't lose anybody. I'm grateful of that. I guess if it was somebody, it touched somebody in a different way, emotional wise, if they actually lost somebody. But I don't know, man. I feel like down here, people don't really talk about it anymore. But they wouldn't have a problem if you brought it up. Like our art museum actually has like all of the stuff in there about Katrina. It's like a whole bunch of pictures. So it's like a whole room dedicated to Katrina if you wanted to see some of the history and some of the stuff that happened with that. There's a lot of stuff in the art museum. My art museum is in City Park. That's a park down here.
All right, well, I'm taking notes. I know we kind of got deep into the geographic stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I will be in New Orleans next weekend. So looking to have a good time down there. I'm gonna try to sneak away, get some footage. Maybe I got an LFS I could check out.
Definitely, man. I appreciate that, man. That'd be real cool to link up. There is Aquatic Sea Life.
I'm going on the record now. Listen, it's her birthday weekend. So if she lets me out, then I can come out. But I'm doing it.
All right, and that's cool, man. Look, happy early birthday. Hopefully I get to tell her in person if she lets you come out, man. Aquatic Sea Life is like that's the best LFS down here. They just moved into their new location maybe like a year and a half ago or something like that. But that's hands down, it's the best down there. I'm actually about to, after I get off live with you guys, I'm about to head over there because I need to grab some Aptasia X for that 2-gallon that's in my kids' room because I'm about to eradicate that little problem today. Yeah.
You know what? I don't know if the Aptasia X, man, it seems like it's like a temporary fix, man.
They still come back afterwards?
Yeah, man. Like I've used it before, and it's like I don't know. I think you get like the tentacles, but like, you don't get like the whole body. You can't get them. You know, they come back.
It's just really hard. Yeah, I have the same problem.
So I'm wasting my money.
Yeah, I have the same issue with you, man, because it's hard to get into the base of that Aptasia, especially if you have a deep tank or you're trying to get your hands through the crevices, whatever. But what seemed to work for me was in the combination of a pepper shrimp and a Aptasia filefish. And man, when I put those two in, within about 2 weeks, I mean, I had like, man, if I can count that Aptasia, I probably had like 40 or 50 in my nano tank. That was like everywhere. And then put those two guys in, and within 2 weeks, they're all on.
I'm gonna be honest. Peppermint shrimp also. Now I didn't know it was certain type of peppermint shrimp.
Right, yeah, there are certain types. Too. Right.
Yeah,
there are certain types.
They have lines on their back or something like that. I heard that.
Yeah, they're called camel shrimp, I think, and they look like it.
Okay. Yeah, but even that, they have different peppermint shrimp. Like I saw this post. I think I saved it. I think I screenshot it, but it's a certain one that really eats the Aptasia. And I got lucky, and I put it in the school tank, and I took some video of the school tank. It was covered in Aptasia. I'm talking everywhere. I put one in there just to try. It was like $3, so I felt like, hey, I got nothing to lose. I'm just gonna throw him in there. And he wiped out. I'm talking about all but one. He wiped them out. Like I was so impressed. Like I just in my mind, I was like, I gotta buy me one of them wands to zap them. I gotta buy some. I bought some Jill juice. That's like Aptasia X. but the peppermint
Right.
shrimp took care of it in like a week or two. Like I didn't see nothing. So,
Well, I'm gonna just probably get the peppermint shrimp then. I don't know, man. I'm trying to see. I'll probably have to look online to see if I'm getting the right ones. Cause I still
Right.
can't tell if they have the one that I actually need. Hopefully they do. A
Yeah.
foul fish is way too big to go in that tank, so I will have to get a
Yeah.
peppermint shrimp.
Hey, E46, another one that works that my friend used for his small tank, and these are hard to come by, but sometimes my local fish store will have them. It's the Bergia nudibranch. I can't pronounce the first name, name,
yeah,
but basically all they eat is Aptasia. Now, once you run out, they're gonna just pretty much die to starvation, kind of like those
A sea hare.
what and then you have a problem with rats. So you have rats that will eat them too. So obviously, if you have a small tank, you don't have no rats, then those nudibranchs should be a good solution for you to control your aptasia, if you can find them. That's the only thing, and they're hard to find.
And that's a certain type of nudibranch.
Yeah, it's called Bergia, Berghia, I believe, something like that. Bergia.
I doubt it seriously that my LFS has it. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I probably because I actually
it's
just
most
got a
likely.
nudibranch, and I don't even know what type of nudibranch it is.
Yeah,
Hold on, let
I
me show
picked
you
up.
very quick.
They work. Those they definitely work, right? But like you said, if you have a rash, you kind of rolling the dice.
Yep, exactly.
I just put some in my in the office tank because I have a guy that locally sells them. He breeds them, and he charged me like $25 for like 4 of them, right? And I felt like, hey, I had nothing to lose, right? You know, if they eat them, I only spent $25.
Right.
I haven't seen them. I put them in that night because the rats will sleep. And what happens is they come out at night to eat the Aptasia, but once you put them in your tank, you basically you won't see them no more.
Right.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, so I don't know what this guy is, but he's really nice. Hold on. You guys see him? All right, there's a better view of him. Yeah, I don't know what this guy is, but he's real pretty though. And I know for sure he don't even touch no type of Aptasia.
Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I was with the burglar nudibranchs. They're kind of hard to come by, and people that sell them online, they sell them like 10 for like $100 something. So it wouldn't be a good to me for that small tank. I would try the peppermint shrimp first.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, because at least even if the peppermint shrimp, like you could put like 2 of them in there, and they probably take care of it. And if they don't, it's just another invert. They won't hurt anything else. So.
Yeah,
but
just don't boil the rock.
Honestly, like if it come down to it, I could take the whole rock structure out. If it came down to it, I don't know. I haven't worried about it too much yet because I haven't put anything in that I'm worried about happening to it, something like that. Because I was thinking about doing an all anemone tank at first on that tank, but I changed my mind like really, really fast once I saw the anemones that I wanted eat small fish, and I saw that from an inappropriate reefer. He kept losing like the little tiny clownfish that he was buying because of certain anemones. So
yeah, man, the Aptasia I got, my clowns could host them.
Nice. That'd be kind of funny, actually.
Dude, Devin, I never seen the Aptasia so big, like and stringy and long. I was like, my goodness.
You must be feeding it well too, then.
Dude, it's the office tank. So your personal tank, you kind of real careful with.
Right.
The office tank it gets fed. It just gets fed crazy. So
right.
They probably was just catching them and eat. It's actually one has like mounted himself on the underbody of the leather coil, and I was like, my gosh, yo, like it's like that's when you know you have an infestation station where it's too many in there and they looking for a place to mount themselves. It's just, I said, man, whatever. Another way to kill Aptasia is it's like a 50-50 is the copper band also, but I wouldn't even say that's 50-50. That's a
Man, they're picky eaters,
30-70.
man. That's the problem. To keep them
Yeah,
alive is like you gotta make sure that if they eat like the luckfish though, every time I tell them, hey, can you feed a monster shrimp? I haven't had an experience where a copper band would eat regular food yet. So I never buy it until I can find one. But just like I said, they're so picky eating. They're a picky eater.
I think the same thing about foul fish too, because I have 2 foul fish in my tank,
Yeah.
and they had no interest in the Aptasia, but they show up to
Mm.
me. So I put the flake food in there, and they're not fast swimmers, but they can really joke when they want to, and they go after it, man.
Yeah, mine actually jumped out the tank and it was in front of me and I threw it right back in.
Your foul fish, it jumped
Yeah, my
out the
phone. It
tank.
actually jumped. It got startled, I guess. I walked by the tank and then I heard a and then I saw it on the floor. And then immediately I put a lid on it. It was just one of my small nano tanks. I didn't expect a foul fish to jump, but it jumped.
Yeah, my clownfish did that. It was trying to bite my finger, and she flopped right on the floor, and I threw her back in. But she's just mean, bro. That is a mean
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah, the maroon clownfish, man, they don't play. They don't play.
She don't like me touching nothing in her area. Like those Dunkins, oh my god! If I touch one of those Dunkins, I think she'll just stab me with one of those spines on her cheek right now.
Yeah, you put a mirror in front of her, she probably hit the mirror. She
Yeah,
think it's
dude.
another clownfish.
She's literally biting at the glass right now as we're speaking.
Yeah.
She does that often. I know if there was like a mirror, she probably would do it.
Right.
She need
My
your clownfish need a
firefishes.
mate.
She
That's
probably
why.
think, yeah.
And I want to do
She'll
that,
beat.
but I've heard
She'll
that
beat the mate up, man.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like you can't do it, but I wanted. Like I would keep her
Yeah.
in here and just
Yeah.
get like a golden maroon clownfish because that's the no gold nugget. That's what it's called. The gold
Yeah,
nugget,
golden nugget.
maroon. But those are
Man,
beautiful. Like yeah, I would do that.
I have nothing but good luck. If you buy one that's like really smaller than her, like don't buy one that's like close to the same size, but that you can really tell that's smaller than her.
Mhm.
They'll submit and they'll come a pair. Like I never had that problem where only if they're about the same size and I like introduce one later, they might fight then because it's no sex. They both trying to be either a male or female.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, definitely. I have 2 maroon clowns. I added in like at separate times, and one was smaller than the other one, and they didn't fight or nothing. They paired up and got an anemone together.
Well, I might have to do that because that firefish, man. I don't even get to see it swim. She's scared to death to swim because of that maroon. So that's definitely the next step. Taking my firefish out.
I bet the firefish scared to death.
It is, man. Look, I wish you could see how this is, but so this is my maroon, right? Like literally, they have all this room over here to swim, but she's right here. And my firefish is literally underneath this rock. That's the little hiding spot that it chose. Like it won't even let him out of that corner, and I feel so bad because like at the moment I can't do anything about it. I mean, I could put it in another. I could put it in the other tank, but I don't want to. This is a fairly new tank, so I don't want to just kind of mess with the bio load like that. It's only 5 gallons, so
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. At the moment, I'm just kind of torn because I really want to keep it, but I never get to see it swim because of it being so scared. But that's why I gotta hurry up and hop on this big tank project so I can throw if I get the chance, I can throw it in there. I can throw it in a big tank, and that'll be one of the first fish in there.
Nice. Yeah, and see, like the other place you go to, ask them. I mean, of course they're gonna say, yeah, they eat Aptasia, but it's good to ask, like, hey, do these peppermint shrimp target Aptasias? Just to see, what they
I'm gonna
say.
be honest with you. They're gonna say yes no matter what.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because they told me that last time, and the one that I got, it didn't even touch any of the Aptasia in there, and it wound up dying off, and I had to pull it out. So I just feel like with that they'll tell me yes no matter what, because honestly I don't even think that they truly know which ones actually eat and which ones actually don't eat Aptasia. I don't think they truly know. So
it,
I literally just asked them today, was it okay for me to, with their permission, can I record in there? And they said that was fine also. So you shouldn't have a problem with recording anything.
yeah, that's funny though. Like, I think I saved it somewhere where it was like I was on Facebook and this guy had posted a picture and it had all different type of peppermint shrimp, and I knew the difference was between the peppermint and the camel shrimp, because the camel shrimp, like, they eat your corals, right? But he
Mm-hmm.
had different, like, he had a whole post about which peppermint shrimp. It was really like broken down scientifically, and I was like, man, that's awesome to know. And I know for sure one of my elephants in Virginia, that peppermint shrimp worked. Like, he put in work to those Aptasias, and they were smaller too. So I don't know if that makes a difference. If the Aptasias are
Yeah,
small or
I
large.
I don't know if the ones in that tank would be considered small, but they're pretty big to me because they were small at first, but not no more. Like they like the size of small feather duster.
Oh yeah, man. That's the infestation right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I was even thinking about buying one of those wands and get it to zap them and do it like a water change almost. So every time I zap them, I have like my siphon, my siphon hose, and I guess suck the tissue out or something. I don't know. I hate Aptasia, man. Like, I'd
Yeah.
rather have the Astrorina stars than just Aptasia.
Yeah, I think only
So
Moki inappropriate reefer like Tasia.
He's crazy.
At least that one big one.
Yeah, he's crazy. It's
so
funny. We were talking about that yesterday. How he named the Aptasia Bob, right? And
mhm.
it took. Now people are asking for Bob. Like, hey, where's Bob? Like, I'm like, dude, Why would you do that? Like,
Yeah.
He the only dude I know made an Aptasia famous.
that's crazy. Like, come on.
Now I do have like two little small Aptasias in my refugium right now. I purposely left them in there. They haven't escaped to my main display, which I'm hoping that they never do. I don't know if they can or not because there's a Sunsun pump down there, my return pump from my actual refugium that I made. Uh, do you think that I should remove those before they make their way in my tank, or is there a way that they can get in my tank like that?
I'm sorry, I missed I was looking at the chat box. You said something about your light.
No. Well, so the refugium that's down here, right? That's underneath the
Yeah.
actual tank.
Oh, no.
I literally removed them right now, or they shouldn't be a problem in a refugium. Because honestly, I left them down there because I'm like, okay, well, maybe they'll eat some uneaten stuff in a refugium, instead of, of course, me just killing them off and them not being useful at all.
I don't know. Good question. Somebody in the chat said remove them ASAP.
Gotcha. Because they still make their way in the display. So
Yeah.
I have to move that red macroalgae out of the way. Probably get to it today. Can I see your camera real quick? Yeah, you guys can see yesterday. But this is how it looks in a few.
Sorry, guys. Definitely. So you made like a selling. If he killed Bob, I'm gonna follow. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell Monkey to take Bob out of here. No more Bob. Stop the madness. Stop the madness.
I'm sure Moki hates Aptasia X, Copperband Butterfly, and Peppermint Shrimp, and Aptasia Filefish. I'm sure he hates those.
Dude, he got the foul fish to kill the Aptasia.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, they just ain't touch it. So
Wow.
I think he gonna see. He got that yellow course rat, the silver belly wrasse, and then
Yeah.
he had the nudie branch. See, the thing about the burglar, they work, but if you got a wrasse and he catches them, and those type of wrasse, they know how to get in those crevices, like those yellow wrasses and the melanur's wrasse.
Right.
Even like they know how to get in those. I mean, they're really good hunters. So if they catch the burglar slipping, then that's it. That's a meal. But yeah, I'm gonna give himself to kill Bob. I'm gonna see if that makes him follow him.
He's gonna have those questions every week. Where's Bob? Where's Bob? Where's Bob?
Yeah. Yeah, that's I can't stand Aptasias, man. They're ugly, and they sting cores that normally wouldn't be bothered. Like they sting zoas.
Yeah.
It just, oh man, it sucks, yo.
I'm pretty sure it's BRS, but y'all remember last year when BRS did that the giveaway thing during the pick random carts or whatever return off of Black Friday. Anyway, they were doing a tour around the office, and there's one guy. Every employee had their own tank on display, and one guy's tank is nothing but Aptasia, and he was proud of it. He said, "This is my Aptasia tank," and the tank was literally nothing but Aptasia, but maybe a couple of shrimp in there, and it wasn't peppermint shrimp.
And
so he was just
he worked at Bulk Resupply?
Yeah, so he was proud. It's like, this is the Aptasia tank. He called it the Aptasia tank. I mean, it literally was an Aptasia tank. You can't even see the rock work. It was covered, and he had a little a pump in there that blew the Aptasia around to make it look like, see, isn't this pretty? It looks cool. I was like, man.
Oh, I guess that is something different to make just a pest only tank. I don't know. That's something completely different to make a pest only tank.
It's an odd thing to do.
What do you say, Devin?
It'd be such an odd, weird thing to do. Just strictly pests.
You know, that's an expensive, odd thing to do, right? That's crazy. Why spend the money on pests?
Do it.
Yeah, I probably
try to get rid of it.
Water change, dude.
He probably does it. Yeah.
That's the narrative change right there. Like it's, like I said, I don't like the Aptasias. That's my top of the list. And then a close second is the Astorina Stars.
Never had those, and I hope I never get them.
I don't know which one grows faster. I want to say the Astorina Stars. They grow at a rapid pace, like unheard of. Like they just
And what do they do?
Don't even form. They don't even form full stars. Like it'd be like they're like 3 legs, and then
they're like they're like handicapped starfish.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. And then some of those stars, they eat zoas or like acans and stuff like that.
Oh.
So you don't know which one. You know, I think the all white ones are cool.
Yeah.
But like it's like the speckled ones with the gray in it a little bit. You just don't know. So it's best to get like a harlequin shrimp.
Yep, to get rid of them.
And it's funny, that seemed like it seemed like you get the harlequin shrimp and you eat them all, and you could go like a couple months, maybe 6 months, and then you'll see, and then they'll just start coming back like from like a fry you added or a rock you added. It's crazy.
Doesn't take much to sneak in.
Huh?
Doesn't take too much the stuff to sneak in.
It does.
Exactly.
Man. Do you have any right now, Devin?
There's probably a few in there, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like me, Yeah, I have a few, and but the good thing about having a few is you can control it by just taking it. They're easy to take out. I just grab my tongs and grab them out. I mean, pull them out. So yeah, I don't care if they're good Acerina or the bad one. I just pull them out. I mean, there's no need for them. I have snails to do algae and other stuff to do algae control. Versus I don't need
There's a
starfish
good
to
and a
do that.
bad.
Yeah, there are.
I
Like
didn't
like what
know.
DC was saying, there's some that will camouflage that looks just like your zoo. They'll eat it, and they're like nudibranchs. Like wherever they eat, they look like them sometimes. But yeah, just it's just, to me, if it's not pleasant to look at anyway, so it's best just to remove them if you can control
Well,
it.
you could tell at night because that's when they really come out. Like they'd be all on the glass. But if you add like a harlequin shrimp in there, like I don't know what the harlequin shrimp like. It lets off like a I don't know, like a smoke cloud or like some type of odor. But as soon as you add the harlequin shrimp in there, like all of
They
the
know.
yeah, they're like hey, it's time to get out of here, and they're all clown of glass. It's so funny because it's like you'll be like you could literally pick them off by just taking a mag float and just scrape them off and like into a net or something. That's how they retreat. Like, but I don't let it. I just push them down and let the starfish take care of them.
It's almost like rounding up cattle. Like you just letting a dog round
Yeah,
up.
Yep.
exactly. Exactly. But I mean, you gotta keep it alive because that's all they eat too. They're kind of like
Yep.
the nudibranchs.
Yeah, I had a
But what?
sea hare, and I put that in there to try to control that algae, and man, it did an amazing job. And as soon as he controlled all of the algae, he died because I did not know at the time that people were bringing them back after they did their jobs. I could have just brought it back to my local fish store, and they were still gonna, just take them in for me. But yeah, wish I'd have known that.
I think I got some hair algae on my rock from my zoa tree. I think I'm gonna pick up a hair algae. You said he ate all the hair algae.
Oh
Let
yeah,
me see.
Well, from my experience, I had every single type of algae in that tank. Like I said, I'm still new to the hobby, so I didn't messed up a lot so far as an algae. I had cyano, I had dinoflagellus for sure, I had regular hair algae, and I had bryopsis. Bryopsis, for some reason, it was only there for like maybe a week and then it went away. So I don't know how the bryopsis got in there. The dinoflagellus and the cyano. The cyano wasn't as bad because of course I just used like a ChemiClean and I did a water change after 2 days. But the dinoflagellus, oh my god, that is the worst algae that you can get in your tank. To me, that's the worst that you can get in your tank because it's so hard to get rid of. But when I put
There's methods now.
Yeah, well, I think that they have Dino X. Like, I never
Yeah.
tried that product, but that's definitely a method that I'll use next time if I get that ever again. But
I did a live stream on that one 2 weeks ago, so watch that if you ever have an issue with it again.
I already watched it. Yep, I told you I
Yep.
watch all your videos, man.
All right, nice.
So
Hey Devin, I do got a question for you, Devin. Since you have a little
Yes.
bit more experience, with the sea hare, do they if they eat all the algae, will they eat like the seaweed, like the algae strips
Well,
or something?
Majority of the time they will just like eat your sand bed type of stuff, right? So they'll just comb through it. So in a big tank, I mean, your sand bed probably has enough food for them, but in a small tank, they might clean it out.
Oh yeah, it wiped everything out. So literally, like the next night, I couldn't find him. He was in a corner, tucked away, and he was out of food. I don't know for sure if it would, like he just said, eat algae that you'll probably feed to a tank or something like that.
I'm not
But
sure on that one.
Yeah, because I should have done that at the time, but I wasn't thinking. I was just like, well, I don't have anything else for him to eat. So I was just kind of hoping that some algae might have grown or something. I started feeding a little bit heavier, and it wasn't helping out. And then he wound up dying like that. But he ate every single algae, every single type of algae that I had growing in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just my experience. So I don't know if I got a good sea hare or if I got a certain type of sea hair, because I did see that the same day that I went to get the sea hair, that there was another type of sea hair that the my local fish store had. I don't know if it was different or if it might have done the same thing, but it was kind of spiky. The one I had was like really, really, I guess you would just say hairy, and it had like this big hole in its rear, that you would call it the anus, but it kind of filter fed through it some kind of way. So yeah.
It pooped out the sand.
Yeah, it pooped it all out. And what I did was every time he ate some of the algae, I came in like the next day or something like that with my turkey basted, and I just sucked it all up and took it out of the tank like that. So what it does is, put it like this. I'll explain to you the best way how they eat, in my personal opinion. When he ate all of the algae and he pooped all of the algae back out, it was sort of like, you'll have one of those, you'll see one of those tractors and they'll round up hay.
Yeah.
Sort of like that. It'll roll the hay into like this little ball, like this big huge ball. That's kind of how sea hair. That's kind of how sea hair works. Yeah.
That's definitely a baby. That's definitely a baby right there.
Yep.
Who got the baby?
Even Frag.
Okay.
Not me.
Hey guys, sorry, that's me. Yeah. I gotta bounce. I gotta take care of the baby duties. But hey, it's great chatting with you guys, and thanks DC for running the stream.
No problem.
Later.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, man.
All right, take care, guys.
All right. Yeah, I gotta pick up my 2-year-old.
I'm about to head to this local fish store, man. I need to go pick up these. I also need to get another filter sock because I've been running water boxes filter sock, the smallest one that they are. Well, I think it's like.
If you guys want to keep training, I got good news for you. My guy here, Devin, this dude, he will be starting to stream in approximately 56 minutes, right?
Oh, on the dot.
On the dot. So if you want to do some more streaming, what's your topic gonna be today, Dev?
It's kind of a random Q&A today. No specific one. I got a bunch of email questions that I'm just gonna talk about. I think Nick might join me today, so might just discuss a bunch of the email questions and then whatever comes live in the chat.
Great. So if you guys want to keep this party going, y'all know to head on over to Reef Dudes, and I'll be over there also. I'll be on my phone, but I got to go. Gotta pick up the 2-year-old, and I gotta play with this Clarity, man. My motor's not working. So I'm trying to get that together. But I definitely will be leaning on you, Devin, because you got it. So
I got one. Let me know.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining. All
right, thank you once again, man. And nice meeting you, Devin.
Problem.
Nice to meet you as well. Thanks, DC.
I'm gonna try to get this in tomorrow too, around 3:00, same time.
Excellent.
So,
all right, cool beans.
All right. Yeah, have a good one.
All right, dude.
Later.
All right.